We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin. And today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this.
And what we have here from Silk City, it is the Erotic Fever. And so there's a comic called Zombie Tramp, and this sort of has a similar vibe to it. And I think that this is let's get to the back here in a second, but I think this is very comic book-ishy. And there's a cape here, possibly? I don't know. There's a lot going on in there in the background. I'm not quite sure what it all is. All right. So Erotic Fever is roasted red peppers, fire roasted habaneros, carrots, garlic, maple syrup, and kosher salt. And we have a tagline here: "With the bite of a zombie, Erotic Fever will leave you dripping with desire." And that seems a bit counterintuitive. The first official hot sauce from the comic book and film guys of Talking with the Dead. The hot sweetness will leave you craving more. So there's a relatively normal line. And a plug for the website, and the plug for Silk City's website as well. They have some cool stuff there. Definitely go check it out. They're an awesome company. Silk City, I like quite a bit. I will say though, this label's on crooked. Is this one on crooked? This one actually is a little off center too. Oh well, what are we gonna do? What can you do? We're not eating the label, right? I don't really care about that. So, I don't know that the bite of a zombie would necessarily have somebody dripping with desire exactly. All right, let's take a look at the sauce. So you can see it is a very beautiful color. Little bits of pieces of stuff in there. Pours nice. It's got, I would say, a medium thickness to it. Very smooth. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Very, very smooth. And of course, the roasted red peppers. Roasted red peppers, I think you put with almost anything. Like, it's one of those foods I think is as universal as a food exists. So this naturally means that this has a whole lot of applications. See, it smoothed out right away. It didn't clump up or anything. Just a gorgeous sauce. This is so beautiful. Look at that. That pretty sort of red-orange color. Just absolutely fantastic looking sauce. And of course, a lot of thought is that you eat with your eyes first and then with your mouth. So I definitely am primed. Of course, I licked the threads there too. So I'm already well on my way to being excited about this. But let's just get on into it. Man, it is smooth, it's silky. Got a little bit of a bite from the habaneros. There's not a lot of the sort of blackened flavor from the fire roasted habaneros or the roasted red peppers. Very smoothed out with the carrots. You can tell they're there if you're looking for them, but it's very, very smoothed out. Definitely those roasted red peppers though are just carrying the day here. The maple syrup adds, so what it does is it actually amplifies the sweetness of the carrots without really adding a lot of that maple flavor that you're saying, okay, well, maybe I should have some pancakes now. I have had other sauces where the maple is very prominent and overly prominent actually, and it kind of detracts a little bit. This is just a blend of a lot of things coming together working extremely well to make a very flavorful and just really fantastic sauce. So this is definitely a marvel. This is one of my favorite sauces that I've had this year, which is 2022 as I film this. I'm sure it actually will be posted at some point in 2022 as well, just because this is such a phenomenal thing. But all right, let's get to the getting here. And we have here, so all I did here, I just got a bag of grilled chicken. And so what I like to do with this is I throw it in the air fryer. It dries it out just a touch, but it also crunches up the edges, which is really cool. I like to have this in salads like this, because then I can just skip the croutons. You can hear me eating it. It's not crunching like it's an actual crouton or chips or anything, but it's beautiful caramelization. Very nice. Very nice. This one is some sort of pepper seasoning they put it on. I actually quite know. But it's neutral enough you can easily use it in salads. And let's just make sure we... There. Yeah, you ever know, you get those pieces where you gotta get just the right amount on there. Alright, so I'm banging through this bottle like crazy. What a really just excellent sauce. So 6.5 ounces. I probably burned through 2/3 of this bottle by now. And here's what we look like on the old plate. And we're just gonna get on into it here. It holds in place really well. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It sticks really well. In a normal year, this would be right in contention for sauce of the year. In 2022, I have had some really, though, obscene competition. Still a fantastic sauce, though. Just gorgeous. What I'm thinking, though, is naturally with grill season, I've said this for the last 3 weeks as I film this, but hopefully it's right around the corner for next week. But I'm wondering how well this will stick to grilling something. I mean, it'll stick, I know that, but is there enough sugar content to get the caramelization I want? That's kind of the big question. But rest assured, we will be finding out for sure. I have to know. During grilling season, almost every sweet hot I have will get put to the test on that grill. Some of them don't function well there. They're better to just grill the stuff and then use it as a sauce afterwards. But I always like to know. I like to know if something can be used more extensively. This is such a good sauce. It's another one out of Vermont. Vermont somehow seems to have a bunch of good sauce companies up there. And a lot of them are using maple, but you know, if I was up there in Vermont, I probably would too if I made sauces. One danger though with doing these in the air fryer is I let them go maybe a minute or two too long. There's no protective shell, you know, and they can get dried out a little bit. So, another very uniquely flavored sauce from Silk City, who is just crazy inventive with the flavors up there. This one is just fantastic, though. Definitely, I think, not only one of my favorite sauces of 2022, I would actually put it up there as one of my favorite sweet hots. It's got a really good build. You can see I ate quite a bit of it just there. I got a pretty solid build. I mean, it's starting to dissipate now, though, as I talk to you, but we know with carrot and habanero, that's a really good combination. But sometimes the carrot can be a little bit too forward and it'll be distracting. And this very deftly skirts that, and I think it's the roasted red peppers that are really kind of taking care of business there. The maple syrup too, again with the carrots, just really balances this out. It gives it a really nice roundness of flavor. There is a solid habanero flavor to this as well. I think the habanero actually is there for both. It accents the flavor, and it just works together marvelously. I'm really not getting the garlic part of this. Again, other than maybe just there is some sort of background umami sort of aspect to this, but just another brilliant entry from Silk City, who's a sauce company I'm starting to dig more and more and more, the more stuff I have from them. So, and there's more to come. There will be more to come after this, so stay tuned for more of their sauces as well, and for other sauces, of course. But that's going to do it for this time. This is the Silk City Erotic Fever hot sauce. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.